'Tis the season. No, it's not the holiday season over the winter. It's that time of year when the trees start to bud out, the lawn starts to show a little bit of green. And if you have the luxury of an in-ground irrigation system, now's the time to check to make sure it's working and also recharge it for that use when we get into the stressful summer months. There's a series of logical steps that need to occur. First and foremost, you have to turn it on at the vacuum breaker. The vacuum breaker is in place to keep the water from your irrigation system from backing into the house, so it's a very good safety, and it's required on most municipalities. It's real easy to do. You simply turn 2 screws, make sure that you've had it shut off from the winter before, but you turn off these 2 screws, and then the water will then not flow out of them. If you forget to do this, water's going to go blasting out when you drop down into your water source and turn the water on. So that's step 1. Step 2, you have to go to your water source and physically turn it on. This is really important, and it's also important that when you turn the water on, you don't just flip it on and hope for the best, because water can build up pressure and it can create what's called a water hammer. So you want to slowly ease it on. If you've got a drain on your irrigation system, which most people do, make sure that's off before you turn the water on. Now that the water's on, we can go to the controller. You can check the controller to make sure it's still working, and if it's got battery backup, it should have worked over the winter, or if you unplugged it, you should still have everything that you programmed from years prior. But if not, you might have to redo that. You take it into the system, and this particular system we're working on today has the capacity to run all of your stations in really short bursts, like 2 to 3 minutes. After you've turned the water on, you take it to that stage and you can turn it on, and then it's going to go through every cycle. This particular controller has 11 stations that are active, that are actually supplying water to the source. And what we mean by that is that there's a sprinkler attached or multiple sprinklers attached to that. So you turn it on, and then you can walk around the location and watch the sprinklers come up and down. Probably need to have a notepad with you, or maybe your phone, whatever you like to use, to record maybe where there's a head not shooting the right way or something like that. So you can go back and fix that a little bit later. If you're lucky and have no repairs, then your system's up, charged, and ready to go. So to bring it all together, it's certainly good to check your system early on to make any of the necessary repairs if any are needed. But it's certainly not time to water yet. We've had a good winter and water is in the soil and ready to go. The grass isn't actively growing, so let's not waste any water in the system now. Let's wait until the lawn needs it. And who knows when that'll be. It depends on whatever our weather conditions are. So you don't want to water right away, but you want to run your system to see if you can fix it, or if you can't fix it, hire a professional to come in and do that. And if you're not comfortable recharging your system, then clearly that's something you can contract out with some of the irrigation suppliers and installers just to make your life a little easier.